Hey, what's going on YouTube? The Bearded Baron here, bringing you guys another Phasmophobia video. In today's video, this is going to be an updated to the new money-making guide since they made some changes. So the developers have toned back what you can do to actually be able to make money in the game. You can no longer just run in, get the bone, and then leave to get out with that fast cash. Those days are gone. But I'm going to show you a valid way to where you can actually run in, identify the ghost, maybe be able to get the bone as well, and get out in time. And if you like this kind of video, please give it a like, share with a friend. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing as well. But without further ado, let's get into the video. We turned off the sprinting. We already get 11 there. I mean, we could drink this. We could set this up too, put it at, 13. But we want both, like I said, we want both speed and efficiency while we're at it, which is why we're going with the Ouija board. Right? Everything else, is going to be kind of the same here. So it looks like the kind of for what I'm wanting to go with this is going to be 11.35. Okay, so we have it. We're going to bring in our stuff. We're going to start up the match. Val, have a wonderful night. Thank you for being here. No Team Ghost this time? Never. Right. So now, one of the things that we can do, right? We can get some additional stuff while we're over here. Ding ding. So we're gonna make our way right in here. We're gonna go to the for the Ouija board, since we know that it's at. Yo, Rave Revel, no worries. Take a quick photo. Now, the Ouija board, for asking where it is and asking where the bone is going to take 50% of our sanity each. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to take a photo, right? We're going to ask it where it is. We're going to find that out. And then we can take a photo, and then once we know where it is, I'm going to take some sanity pills. We can ask you where the bone is. I'm going to take some sanity pills. That way our sanity will be at 100%. We'll both know where the bone is and where the ghost room is, and then we'll be able to investigate. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Okay, it's saying female. Female day room. Okay. Goodbye. All right. Now, I did back out of there because I didn't want to, I didn't want to potentially, I don't want to run the risk of it hunting, especially if we didn't know where it was going to be at. So we're going to take both of those. I'm going to grab these. Grab another flashlight while we're at it. Now what we should be able to do, put this down. Right. I think we got that on, okay. Where's the bone?
Notice me, senpai. Notice me.
Oh, it's in the morgue. Fair enough. Goodbye. Okay. So now we both know where the ghost is, and we know where the... So I'm going to drop this down here. We know where the bone is, and we know where the ghost is. Right? And our sanity is still at 100%. So we're going to grab some of this stuff. I'm going to grab a book. Now, the reason why I'm cycling this up is because we're going to drop off this stuff over at the female day room, which I believe is on the right-hand side over here. I need to double check, but I'm fairly positive it's on the right-hand side over here. Right? Isn't it on the right-hand side or is it on the left-hand side? Male wing is 30-31, right? Okay. Yeah, female day room is like 46. Yep, it's all the way down the end on the right-hand side. So right now, our sanity is dropping the entire time. But what we're trying to do here, because we have it set to giving us all three pieces of evidence, there's no guesswork. There's no putting yourself in, you know, in unnecessary situations, right? Because when you're talking about on night or on this kind of mode, right, you're wanting to figure out the ghost as quickly as possible. So not having to sit through several different hunts or things is going to be way easier for you at the end of the day. I did hear it as well. Is it Intivi? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Bearded Baron crew. So the reason why I set those down is because we can check always for orbs. We can the ghost has a good chance of being able to write in the book during this time frame, and we can also check for dots outside in the van. So we don't even need to be here. Now at this point in time, right, we can go back because it is so far away, because the morgue is down on the left-hand side, all the way down at the end, down in the basement. I'm going to err and say, okay, because they're so far away, we can grab that last. So now it's just about filling out everything else. Now, we don't have to do the secondary objectives if you don't want to, right? But it is going to give you the most amount of money, and finding the bone is going to give you the most amount of money. So if you can get these secondary objectives, great. If not, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Right? Especially from the, because you can get additional photos and stuff from the Ouija board. So let's drop this. Let's grab this. Grab this. Now, one thing that you could do as well is you could just run in there with a candle, keep your sanity from dropping. That would definitely help out. Let's actually check here real quick. So now the reason for why, by the way, the reason why that we're doing this, and then the reason for why that we're not just running in there, grabbing the bone, and then just leaving is because the way that the developers have set this up is that you need to figure out the ghost in order to get the maximum amount of multiplier out of this, right? So in this sense, we have to actually correctly identify the ghost, and then from there, we get the most. If we didn't, if we got the ghost wrong, or if we just grabbed the bone and we just left, you would get a 4x multiplier, which would be no different than just putting it on nightmare mode, running in, grabbing the bone, and then leaving. So if you're trying to do this, this is the best way that I've been able to find since they updated it. And it's still, I mean, it's still a really good chunk of change when you get everything. Especially, like I said, in this sense, too, if we were running back stuff, I could be running back with, like, a parabolic mic right now, just to maybe, hopefully, to get a parabolic sound out of this, rather than bringing in a camera, or not a camera, but rather than bringing in a flashlight. But it just depends on how comfortable you feel about everything. Oh, yeah, I've had a crawling ghost. We've had every single kind of ghost model we've had, you know, that you could get. 100%. Is it this room? I don't think it was that room. That's the dorm room. This is the day room. Okay, we got ghost writing. Where are you? How old are you? Okay. We got spirit box. Ooh. It's going to be kind of tough to get the fingerprints if we got fingerprints. This maybe a door? No, we don't have the door. Whoa. Definitely throwing some stuff there. Now, this could be a delusion. It could be a Moroi, right? My sanity could be dropping, or it could be, you know, like it's a delusion and it's going to be running at us really fast here. So I'm going to kind of now err on the side of caution and say, yep, that probably is what it is. And see, because we don't have freezing temps, so it rules out a Moroi. I didn't see any ghost orbs. So that leaves us either with dots for a delusion, fingerprints for a poltergeist, or EMF 5 for a spirit. Now the EMF 5, that's fairly easy to get because you can pull that from the Ouija board, potentially. What's up, the autumn sky? You know, so there is that. Did you get bingo? Did you? Can't you tell those three just by the hunt? Yes. Right? Spirit, poltergeist, or the delusion? You could. Now, here's the only kind of caveat that I would put to that is, right? Is so let's say, for instance, you don't feel comfortable with it, or you get into an area to where, like, it's not maybe as well known as, like, what, you know, maybe you have a poltergeist, but there's nothing nearby. Right? So then you would run into that issue. Actually, let's run this out here real quick. So what I want to do instead is I want to grab a camera because I do want to get some additional photos here. Yeah, this should be fine. Because I can ask it less aggressive sanity questions, and then it should tell us either way. How old are you? 14. Marco. Am I crazy? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? Am I crazy? CEO entrepreneur, born in 1964, Jeffrey Bezos.
Hi, you.
Poison Sweets, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. Look at all those interaction photos that we got there. Right, now my sanity is probably pretty low at this point in time. I'm also going to say probably not an EMF 5. So it's either a delusion or it's a poltergeist. Right? What's the title of the song? Oh gosh, I don't even know. I'm going to run with this just on the off chance that it is a delusion. Right? I mean, it is in there. You know what I'm saying? We either have fingerprints or we have dots. We know that it's in that room for sure. Let's just give it 2 seconds here just to see. I mean, it doesn't really mean, it doesn't matter. Right? But this is kind of more on the offset of like, we just want to, we want to figure out the ghost. We want to do this as quickly as possible. Now, I am taking a little bit more time because I am explaining things, but that way you can understand the process of why that I'm doing the things the way that I'm doing. If I was just doing this by myself, it would be finding the ghost room, figuring out the ghost, finding the bone, and then leaving. That'd be it. Right? I think we're dealing with a poltergeist. So, I'm going to opt for a flashlight. I'm sure that I'm absolutely going to regret that. But let's see. Right, hopefully not. Unfortunately, the parabolic mic is way too far away to be able to pick up anything on the anything from this far away. We'll know pretty quick. Once it starts to hunt, we'll know if this is a delusion or if it's a poltergeist. And like I said, if you're uncomfortable with it, don't ask those Ouija board questions. Right? Don't lower your sanity. Don't risk it. Just go in there, figure out the ghost. If you don't like doing it on this map, do it on the largest map that you feel comfortable going on. Right? That way, you're getting the maximum amount of money that you can. Okay, we're over here at the morgue. Oh, here it is. Good old jawbone. Yeah. Am I going to play Hogwarts Legacy? So, like, I do really like the idea of Hogwarts Legacy. I do. You know? I don't know, though. Right? I don't know that if I don't know if I'll play it on stream or not. Because here's the thing. Everybody and their brother is going to be playing Hogwarts Legacy. I'd imagine. Unless the game sucks. Right? If it comes out and it flops, which is a very real possibility. Then it'd be like, well, okay, this is awful. I hate this. Join your favorite Slytherin. Alright, so it is hunting. Right? I'm going to go right here. Just in case that is a Deogen. Because if it's a Deogen, I'll be able to loop it. If it's a poltergeist, probably have a hard time even reaching us. No, I mean, like, it definitely, you know, it seems like it would be a lot of fun and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's a game for stream or like off stream. But I think I will play regardless. It was the nicest Onryo I've ever had to deal with. It didn't hunt at all, even allowed me to take a picture of it. Really? You can play it off stream with me. Well, I mean, like, yeah, obviously. How do I know that it's hunting? Because it shut the front door. Once you get to understand what the front door sounds like when it shuts, right, during a hunt, then you'll know. But see, that front door is shut. Now, the way that we can tell when the hunt is stopped is when you can flip the light switches on and off. Right, and then the front door will open back up. So, based off of what we got, right? We got everything else. I'm going to say that this definitely is a poltergeist at this point in time, based off of what we've got and what we haven't gotten here. Like I said, you could go in there. You could, get the parabolic. You could try to witness it. At the end of the day, we want to get what the ghost is and the bone. That's our biggest things. I'm not even worried about getting maximum photos because the photos only come into effect after it calculates your total. So hopefully this is a poltergeist and I don't make a fool out of myself here. And it is a poltergeist. Perfect. Right? So we got a secondary objective there. We did get the bone, right? Which adds towards it, but watch. See, from that, I made $1,639. As well as, it looks like 15 levels. With 16 levels. 16 levels, right? In 15 minutes and 55 seconds. So in 16 minutes, I make $1,600. And I was explaining everything to you guys. Right? If you were just going through these and you were running these yourself, just figure out the ghost, get the bone, get out. Figure out the ghost, get the bone, get out. And do this on the hardest difficulty that you can, and do this on the largest map that you feel comfortable with. And this is how you make money. This is how you make the levels. But yeah, guys, if you found this video informative, please give it a like, share it with a friend. And if you're still not subscribed over here, please consider doing that as well. But I hope everybody has an amazing evening, and I'll see you guys next time.